This is wild, folks, because poor Miss Columbia, as you can see, is being crowned Miss Universe. But because Steve Harvey, the host of the show and a great entertainer, misread the cue card, that was actually Miss Philippines that was the winner. The new Miss Universe. Miss Philippines, right there. That was her reaction when she realized, oh my God, I won. And there's the winner. I mean, this is really something else. This is, poor Steve Harvey. If we look at the results here, Twitter has lit up with this, as you can see. Her name is Pia Alonzo Wurzbach. Beautiful. And I might add, a smoking body is revealed in my previous video. And you can see the Twitterverse is lit up about this. And no one deserves what happened. But take a look. This is what happened. Maybe we can enlarge it. Yeah, there it is. That was when Miss Columbia won, right? Tears shedding. Wow, okay. And so what happens after that is that Steve Harvey comes back later and announces, folks, I've made a mistake. And I admire Steve for owning up to his mistake. He had no choice. It was right there on national television, world television, 1 billion people. And he had to come out and say, look, I made a mistake. And basically that's exactly what he did after it was revealed. Okay, here it is. Hold on a second. Here it is. Hold on a second, folks. Here it is. All right, right here. All right, listen. Here it is. I'll get the volume. I'll turn up the volume so you can hear it. There. And here we go. There's Steve Harvey. Okay, listen carefully as we turn up the volume. There we go. All right.
I have to apologize.
Wow. And that's Miss Columbia. Look at her reaction. Oh my God, that is hilarious. And that's Miss Philippines in the dark.
Is Colombia. Miss Universe 2015 is Philippines.
Wow. That is something else. And you know what? Like I said, anyone can make a mistake. Steve Harvey, I think, was nervous to begin with because he came out to open the show with this statement. I know you're wondering, what's Steve Harvey doing here? But I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking, great, Steve Harvey deserves to be on that stage. But that Steve Harvey had that in his head sowed the seeds for an error he would make at a very crucial time. You've got to accept the fact, and I say this to anyone, particularly who's African American, who finds themselves on a stage bigger than they deserve. Don't think that way. Don't ever think a stage that you have earned is too big for you to be on. Own it. Because if you don't, what will happen to you is what happened to Steve Harvey. That happened because Steve, the entire show, was undoubtedly thinking, what are they going to think of this black guy up here, and can I do my Afro-American shtick and be accepted. You know what? Steve should have thrown that out of his mind entirely and just simply went on with the show in his authentic way and let the chips fall where they may. Now, someone may argue, well, he was authentic. He authentically screwed up. What I'm talking about is that failure to succeed that we all go through for different reasons. And for us as African Americans, it is, how will this non-black audience accept me? Who cares? Who's there? I guarantee you that was in Steve Harvey's mind. Not right up front, but subconsciously. And that is why he made the mistake. Sad.